This is an urgent alert for small business owners who received a COVID economic injury disaster loan during the pandemic about SBA's cancellation of the Hardship Accommodation Program. That was a program the SBA implemented where you could request reduced payments for periods of 6 months at a time. The first 2 periods, reduce your payment by 90%. The third period, reduce your payment by 50%. And the remaining 2 periods, reduce your payment by 25% for a total of 2.5 years consecutive. On March 19th, arbitrarily, capriciously, and with no care for your concerns, your worries about repaying this debt that you want to repay. We're speaking to people on our consulting calls every day, and they tell me they are trying to make the payments on these loans. These are not deadbeats. These are not criminals, SBA. What are you doing? I mean, really, do you listen to people, SBA? Oh, no, that's right, you don't. But we do. And here I am today to urgently share with you this update about the Hardship Accommodation Program, because SBA is providing, as of last week, an opportunity for you to request an additional 6 months of lower payments. Before I get into some details on that, a couple of housekeeping items. Number one, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell right now. More than 70% of the folks who watch our instructional advice videos don't subscribe. Please subscribe to our videos and please like the video. Hit that thumbs up, because when you do that, it's a very small payment for our advice. You know why it is a payment? Because it takes you like a second and a half to do that and doesn't cost you any real money. And it tells YouTube that you believe this video has value. And then you know what happens? YouTube shares this video and our other videos with a wider audience. And those folks book us for 1-hour consultation calls. We have extended our calendar into the month of May and possibly a little longer than that. If you need my advice and you want to book a paid 1-hour consultation call, the link is in the description. Lastly, before I get to this important update about the Hardship Program, Linda Ray and I are working on these final updates to the EIDL Resource Hub. It's your last chance to get in the door at the current price, which gives you those updates for free when we publish them. But after we publish them, the price is going to increase substantially. You want to buy an EIDL Resource Hub, all the information you need, step-by-step instructions on every aspect of your SBA COVID EIDL, click on the link in the description. Now, to the update. The Hardship Accommodation Program was arbitrarily canceled with no announcement, just a little, sentence, a little blurb that appeared on the SBA.gov website on March 19th. That's right. The SBA said, okay, I'm not going to make a rude gesture, but basically, they made a rude gesture to you out there in the small business world, telling you to go yourselves about the whole idea about getting reduced payment while you work through cash flow issues, whether that is inflation or tariffs or recovery from the pandemic or employment issues, whatever it is. SBA flipped you the bird and said, yeah, go figure it out on your own. But as of last week, the SBA appears to be offering some assistance. They're not calling it Hardship Accommodation Program. Oh no, because that would be too easy for the SBA to keep a program that has a name and just change the guidelines. No. They're now calling it Short-Term Payment Assistance, which that is a mouthful. SBA, HAP was a lot easier to say than Short-Term Payment Assistance. Linda, can you slow that down in the video? Short-term. Yeah. But how do you get it? You send an email to the COVID Servicing Center, but you have to provide a written explanation letter telling them why you need this and that you only need it temporarily. They are really clear in the communication to you that they are going to say to you, if you ask for this help, they're going to say, we're only going to provide this for people, for businesses that are going through a temporary financial challenge. In other words, if you don't have a definitive plan on how you're going to rebuild your business and get revenue back up to the levels where you can make full payments, they're probably not going to approve you. The communication from the SBA clearly states a written explanation letter telling them why this is a temporary problem and what your plans are to overcome this problem, this temporary problem. If they approve you, and we have not yet seen anybody get approved, if they approve you, they claim in their email they will reduce your payments for 6 months by 50%. Of course, this is going to cut out an awful lot of folks who still need that 90% reduction, but that's an argument for another day. We wanted to come on here right now. You can see my hair's all ruffled because I've been outside running around doing stuff and on the phone on 1-hour consultation calls all day, but I wanted to hop on here and get this video done to let you know about this. We created a guidebook that you can purchase for a very reasonable price. It's actually part of the EIDL Resource Hub. And if you want to purchase that guidebook to get my expert advice and step-by-step instructions on how you can request this short-term payment assistance, including my very clear advice on what documents you should have ready and how you should present your explanation letter to the SBA. The whole purpose of any advice we give you is to improve your experience with the SBA, and in a situation like this, to improve your chances of success. Nothing I tell you can guarantee you success with the SBA. We've never said that. But we have proven results from people over the years, clients who hired us, and folks here on YouTube who have told us that the advice that we give has gotten their requests approved, whether it was for a COVID loan or a hardship loan or returning from collections activity at the U.S. Treasury in 2024, any number of things. My expert advice coming out of my 30-year veteran loan officer brain and 5 years working with the COVID program is to help you improve your chances of success. If you want to purchase that guidebook, the link is in the description. Stay tuned for more updates. And oh, by the way, I got something coming down the road for you about PPP loans and forgiveness that is going to make your hair fall out. It's true. See you next time around. Thanks for watching.